Audio. Give me 1 second. Hmm. Oh, the game is still not. My bad. Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to figure out one thing. Not working. I do not understand why. It's not working, man. I don't get it. I'm doing wrong. I'm gonna quickly restart the. Now it works. What? Now it works. Okay. Hello. Sorry for the delay. Today, what we do? Try some more. It's gonna be a short stream, and we'll try to continue and do as much as possible. So, sorry, actually, I need to be open just to see if I'm losing any frames due to lag. Because as we push the down further, the game lags more often, so I need to keep an eye on that to be able to pause in time. But apart from that, the game is doing just fine. what we did last time is we expanded here, sort of fleshed out the expansion, and we also did the wall on this side. We've already placed the building, we've moved arbalists, so now we just need to wait until they finished. Just gonna let them build today pretty much, that's it, because there's nothing else to do right now. We have the materials, I think the production is sort of set, it's doing sort of fine. Useful goods, linen, clothing, produced, consumed. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do really. We build another soap builder. The problem is I don't remember where. I know that we build another linen guy right here. We can add more people. We had another soap workers, but I just don't know where. Maybe I can find them this way. Yeah, I think what I can do... What I can do is I can find them if I look from here. If I look from here, I just need to find a profession. It's called the soapist. That's probably here. Soap maker. So it is 10. Okay. Yep, the game lags. Unable to work. Why are you unable to work? Oh, because she's sick. Yeah. Because she is probably sick. There's a soap maker here. And there's another one somewhere here, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's right here. So there's gotta be a... No, this is the new one. We have this. Yeah, so there's one here, and one here. Okay, there we go. So we did add it last time. Couldn't remember. There's so much stuff kind of happening that it's sort of hard to keep track of everything and remember everything. So yeah. But like apart from that, the game is the village is fine, man. We are doing a-okay. We're gonna change this next season into something else. Let's add a second shoemaker here. Because we're running low on shoes. Yeah, so we need to keep that sort of being produced. We're producing a lot of tools now, which is okay. This is what I kind of wanted to have, to increase that production a little bit. I think we've improved honey production overall, and we've also increased the candle production a little bit, because we were sort of falling behind on that. Let's keep this at 2 to 5, because apparently a bunch of arrows are being used up. So at this point, we just literally wait and we just expand, because what else can we do? If I remember correctly, last time, I'm gonna start doing some defenses over here, because I don't like that a bear can just go ahead and start raiding that. So we'll just place one tower over there, just to cover for the just to cover for the cows, you know. I need to cancel this road. If only I could select it, that would be amazing, but for some reason I can't. If I destroy this, okay, it gets destroyed. I need to place a gate in here, and then we will do a wall obstructed by road. Well, then don't build this road. There we go. Do a gate here, and I think that is it. We have completely let's just try to connect it like this, and that. Boom. And it's fine. We can place another smokehouse in here, but it's fine for now. We'll do another wall watchtower. So this is where the gate is. I guess we'll do a tower in here, which is not precisely on top of the road, but because they're, you know, we've placed it. We've placed the gate over there. We'll do the tower. There's already a gate over here, so another tower going down here. And I think okay, there's a gate here, so let's have, why can't I, but because it's obstructed by tree, that's okay. Well, I don't really need to place a tower here because it's already covered by these, so it's fine. I just want to give some sort of a cover for all these two gates over here, and we don't need to do anything else in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna increase the speed to 3 and just, yeah, build up. My goal was to build this today, but I feel like 2 hours is just not enough. So probably what I'm gonna try to do on this stream is build up as many resources as I can, so that on Friday all I do is I just unpause this and just sit back and let the chaos unravel, you know, sort of. Firewood splitter. We don't need a firewood splitter, but we definitely need another plank maker to accommodate all the demand for planks that is gonna be coming, that we'll need for this. So it's already affecting the house, so given that information, we know that some houses are gonna be here. So this saw pit has to be placed roughly around this area. Yeah, it's roughly 1, 2, 3, 4 saw pits. So houses here, 1, 2, 3. I guess a saw pit over here should be fine. Worst case scenario, we can always move it away later if it's gonna be a problem. But I want to increase this, you know. I want to do that. Now, what we can do here is we can get a second person in here and upgrade this tower. Simply because we can move the towers around, so I don't need to build a separate one just to then upgrade it. This is going to be moved to allow us to build more houses in here. If I'm not mistaken, this is already planned out with all the necessities, which is like a market, hospital, bakery, school, and a healer house and a pub. Because I did it last time. So all we need to do now is we just need to add more houses. I'm probably gonna leave a road like going down and then going up. So we'll place a house like this and like this, and then the next one is gonna be here, here. Let's see the market. Oh, the market is reaching like that. Perfect. We'll place another house here, and then we'll place another one here when we get rid of the wall. And then I can still place some more, and I'll just place one over here, hugging this wall. You know, this is a bit of a problem, because now we can't really pull a road or place a house in here, because then it's kind of blocks off this. Can I afford to move this 1 square up? Technically I can, sure. Because I really want this house. Let's not place this just yet. And let's go ahead and cancel this just in case. And let's not build this as well. Cancel, cancel, cancel. So what else? This is all filled out, so it's just this side was the houses basically. That's it. We can still place a couple of houses inside. Ideally I want to build a gate in here to have another entrance, but we already have a gate here and here, so I think this one is gonna be unnecessary, but I just don't know what else to place here. So let's just do a gate over here as well. But what we will not do is we will not add a tower for this gate, because we'll probably place another tower in here to cover for this gate. And this will, in essence, cover this gate anyway when it's upgraded, so we'll see about that. For now, let's do this. And let's plan out some more with the houses inside. So I can probably do 2 on 2, which is this. Yeah, man, it's right on the road. If only I could get rid of this tower. Which I actually can't do. I can definitely move this tower down. Because if I move it, I'll be able to place house, and then because the range is going to increase to this, probably another house looking that way. So if I move this a couple of squares down, and we can do that. So for now, let's just do a house over here and a house over here like this. And we will also pause it. This reminds me, I sort of wanted to place a school for this side as well, but maybe we won't. I don't know. You know what I could have done? I could have just moved everything 1 square to the right, because this is not occupied anyway. But I think I'll place some... yeah, whatever, man. Let's just leave it like this. It is fine. It is fine. So, last time I remember I was talking about decorations and statues. So I guess, because the statues, different size of statues stack, what we could do is we could do this one over here. But then there's no road going down here, so there's no connection. So do I want to do it? Or I could move this house somewhere, but I can't really move it anywhere. And then there's this space, which is a bit unfortunate, because I think it's a 2 square space over here. Yeah, it's a 2 square space. So it's perfect for a statue, but I already have one here. I guess I could place a medium garden. And then something small for a single space in here. Because you know, this statue won't do anything for houses in here. It barely even does anything for this one. You can see it only goes 1% up for 51, which is currently at 252, so it's wasted over here. I should probably just go for a big one over here. But if I really want to connect it that much... yeah, I thought I can maybe move these houses 1 square to the right. Or 1 square to the left even. Yeah, if I move the houses, then I get the statue and I get my road. Or maybe I just leave it unconnected and that's it. And maybe I just place this here, because why the hell not? Yeah, it's 34%. It's right outside the market reach, so it loses like 7-8%, but you know, it's not a big loss. Technically, people are smart enough, I think, in this game. The AI is decent enough to go and fetch the stuff they need anyway, so yeah. What I should probably do, though, is I should go for the storage. And I should place a hard storage over here. Just so that people on this side, they also have access to... I can't place? What? It's green. Okay, I guess maybe the icon of Ratcatcher was interfering. I'll just move this guy. You know what? There's gonna be a separate Ratcatcher in here because there's gonna be a bunch of root cellars in here. I don't know what to fill this place with anyway, because there's a lot of field and there's a lot of Fields for food in here, so a bunch of food is coming into here. So let's start with the rat catcher, and then we will add up. We will add up on the food source. I'm just gonna squeeze it in over here like that. We'll have a 2x2 something. 2x2 over here for something else. Alright, let's speed this up. I'm a little bit concerned that we don't have enough soldiers, but it seems like 16 soldiers per barracks is good enough for now, and I just noticed we have no laborers available. Oh yeah. Who do I drop? Oh, we have a bunch of fishermen, huh? I'm gonna drop teach. No, not the teacher. Let's drop a basket maker, because I don't think we run a really big basket workshop. I can't recall why do I have 10 fishermen. I think I built another one over here, but then I never changed the circle of fishing. Yeah, to 60 to 90, 300 to 60 to 70. Let's keep him at 290. Actually, not be too greedy. So there's 1, 2. There's 3, 4. I wish they had some hotkeys so that you can travel around the map a bit quicker. But there's 1, 2. There's 3. So there's 3, 4. Did I have any fishermen in here? No, I didn't. Again he does this. I don't want you to trap anyone, just hunt the deer. There's 3, 4. Then there's 5. Oh, it's really far, but they should be fine. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more fishermen in here. So that's 7, 8. It's 9 over here. There's gotta be another one somewhere. Alright, let's do it the other way. Oh, there we go. We have the laborers. Let's fill up the empty positions now. We need a bunch of more houses, just so that we have more laborers. But I can't really unpause the market. I'm sorry, I just can't. If I do it, then a lot of planks is gonna, you know, be used up. So I can't really afford it right now. Fisherman 1, 2. The game lagged. Oh yeah, this is number 10 right here. I forgot. Yeah, that's it. That's the 10. Why are you fishing so badly? Oh, it's 300%. It's 310%. Should be fine. But it's only 100 fish. That's extremely bad. Yeah, I forgot to place the statue. We just placed the statue over here. Boom. You know what? We're gonna place houses in here as well. Do a full house avenue, sort of. The problem with houses here is I think they're a bit too close. Oh, actually, no, it's perfect. 1 square below, and they're too close. This, I think, is still fine. No, actually, it isn't fine. You can see how it drops from 40. Actually, maybe it drops from 40 to 29 because it's too close to this. There's one way to find out. if we look at the soap maker, we can see that 40 and it drops to 28. Yeah, never mind. 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah, because I thought maybe it goes to 28. I think it goes to 29, not because it's too close to this, but because it's too far from everything else. So that's why. Let's look at the traders. Shit, man. My back hurts so bad. It's not that bad. It's manageable. It's manageable. But 32 is no joke, I tell you. It's not good, but it's nothing criminal. I'll buy and transfer all of this right away. We can't really get anything else from this guy. We could sell the bear, but no. Are we buying anything from this guy? What is this? Iron ore. We're not buying anything else from this guy, unfortunately. We will sell him. I want to see my candle production. Candle 233 185. So there's barely any consumed. There's barely any production. I mean, there's barely any surplus for candle makers. So we'll take a look. 12. We have 3 candle makers. Let's add more because it's 3 materials, and you know, it's just nice in my opinion. It's basically free production for you, right? Because it doesn't take any. You don't need any materials for it, so it's just for free. Hey, we can even do it like here, and then still leave a road. I can in the future I can place another one in here, so we'll just place this one here and here because there's a road here that we can place. I think I left this space over here. That's right. There's another beeswax guy. Let's do another beehive. 40% if we place here. Oh, right. I try not to place them in the middle of the town because I feel like it's a bit too far for farmers to deal with. But, you know, sometimes I just feel like they leave me no choice. They leave me no choice. I could place one in here, I guess. But I can also squeeze something in like a park or something. And with that being said, it's probably going to be placed inside in here. So let's do one in here. It's fine. Yeah, hopefully it's enough. What's the problem here? Okay, this is almost finished. I think a lot of builders are busy with building the walls right now, so that's why they're a bit preoccupied with building stuff. Let's try to speed this up. Ah, they finished this one. Good, good. What do I not want to store in here? I definitely don't need this and this. I'll need everything else. Maybe not the sand as well. And maybe not the barrels. But everything else, sure. Store it. We'll place another one in here, but not right now. A bit later. They did this. Let's upgrade this first so they're more efficient. Because, well, we can afford it, really. Let's see what's happening here. I think I wanted to let these cows to work over here, but their health is dropping real badly. Even though they're slowly increasing the fertility of this field each year, having these cows to work on this field is just, you know, killing them slowly. So that is a bit unfortunate. Bean, peas, buckwheat, and carrots. That's exactly what we're growing here. So we need to switch it up a bit. Let's do this. And let's do this. And so this is the tending year. This is the result year, and this is sort of like a tending and a result year as well. Yeah, this is looking fine. What is this? This is bean and peas. That's okay. That's exactly what I'm growing in these fields, but it's fine. It's nothing criminal, really. Okay, I think the cows finished working this field. So, what we can do is we can go ahead and place that field over here. I do a 10 on 10 because that's the size of the herding space. And as you can see, fertility is 92. If you're curious, the cows can push it to 100. How do I know it? I found it out by accident. You can see it here, it's 100. So my guess is it's usually 5% increment. How much was it? Was it 87 or something? I think it was 87. It's 91. So this season they're gonna push it to 95, I feel like, and the next season it's gonna be 100. So we'll wait one more year, and then we'll have 100% fertility. With that being said, no, yeah, we'll wait one more year, and then we will move him either further down here or up here, right? So sort of like a good symbiotic relationship between cows and farms. I like it. There's another trader that just arrived. See what he has to offer. Quick pause. Man, we have a lot of these. Oh, there we go. He's buying this. I'm willing to sell this because we bought this for cheap from a trader. So we didn't pay anything to buy this. So we're gonna buy all of this. Buy in stock because it's cheap. We're gonna buy all the bricks. Because it's cheap as well, even though we're making some, but I don't care, man. It's cheap and it's profit. It's free money, basically. When you have an opportunity that comes like this, where you can sell shit for more expensive and then buy it on a discount, you take it. Buy in stock, we spent 13 gold. Even if we sell to this guy and he's buying it below the average price, we still make 1 gold profit. So just by transferring stuff from this guy to this guy, I make 1 gold. But I'm not in a hurry. I can wait when this price is like 17 or 22, right? And if we sell it for 17, that's 4 gold a profit. So that's gonna be 1200 gold just for free, just because we waited a little bit and we sold it later. With that being said, we need to make some cash back just to be safe. So what I will do is I will probably go full out on candles for this guy. Well, not too much. I still want to be a net positive in my town. I think we left 10 candles for the town. Luckily, we're building up this. I'll just speed this up so we have more candle makers in our town. Just because I'm a bit concerned with the laborer force in our town. Okay, so it's -2, it's minus, for some reason it's -13 over here, but it's -2 over here. -2, 10, 29, 20. See, I can't tell, but it feels like these houses will not be affected by the plague of production if we place them here. So I'll just place 3 more houses up here, and I wish this road wasn't. I mean, I can always move the road, right? If I want to be real fancy, to be honest, if I want to be super fancy and nice, what I can do is I can place another market in here. It's not going to be super ideal, but it's going to be decent enough. We're not going to squeeze in a lot of houses in here, but we could definitely do this as well, because it's going to be inside the town. And at the same time, it's going to be, let's just say it's going to be inside the town, defended by walls. And let's just do it. Let's actually do it. Why not? And then we sort of have our town stretching inwards and outwards. So I guess I'll just do that as well. Why the hell not? There's a bit of overlapping between the houses and whatnot, but I honestly don't mind. The problem is that we need to move a bunch of production now because of this, like a lot. Because if we look at the productions and whatnot, brewery, foundry, blacksmith, yeah. Oh, armory. Okay, this building, a bunch of buildings do not affect houses in here. Do I really want to do it? I mean, there's not so much space in here. And all I will get is just a couple more houses. That's it. I will be able to squeeze like probably 15 more houses inside. Let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind because we can move half of the production over here on this ridge. A little bit of this can be moved up here, and a bunch of this can be moved down here. Right? Or even better, we can make another sort of a production center in here, or even in here a little bit, but then we'll need to expand this wall just a little bit more, which is doable because I still have not really invested hardly in this sector here, so I guess it's fine. But let's wait. Let's wait on that. We still have a lot of houses coming up here. This is probably 20 houses, give or take. So that's 80 more spaces straight up. We can push it to 30 houses here probably, so that's going to be 120 more spaces. And when they're upgraded to at least 65% desirability, then it's 30 more. So there's going to be 120, possibly to up to 160, 180 more living quarters, living spaces in here. And then we can still upgrade all of these. So there's still a bunch of, there's still a lot of spaces we can do for living. It's just, I don't know if we can sustain this with the production amounts that we have. Technically we should be able to, but there's no guarantee. Oh, and there we go. This is what I was talking about. Even this season, this trader came. The thing is, I want to get something in return so I can sell some even more. He's willing to sell this. But I don't really need this, and I rarely see anyone buying this. So unfortunately, there's nothing I'm going to be buying from this guy. But I will sell him this. Before I do it, I'll do this, so they don't restock it. The reason I wanted to untick it is we have a lot inside. And every time you make a number here, every time you increase this number by buying from the trader, you automatically make this the new set value. So if we were to sell this 80 and this would be still turned on, what they would do, they would see that the new number was the previous one, and they would bring in the 80 from the storage, which I don't need right now. So that's why I even ticked it before I sold it, just so that they don't refill it. I wish there was a way how you could set the waste collector to commit to one field, so I would know that this waste collector is every season bringing his waste to this specific field per se, right? I don't want to click it myself all the time, but unfortunately I guess there's no choice but to do it. The game sort of leaves you no choice, so you're left to do it. I've just remembered that these guys, I'm gonna turn them away simply because we have no need for extra people right now. We're doing just fine on our own, and we need to accommodate our citizens first. The Tombstone citizens first doctrine. I'm trying to click here. Okay, he's hunting something, so that's good enough. This guy's collecting some medicine roots. Perfect. Well, not bad. I mean, the town is doing decent. Now, what I wanted to do something, but I sort of forgot what it was. I just can't remember. What the hell was it? What the hell was it that I wanted to do? I forgot. I wanted to build something, but I forgot what it was. I wonder why preservists are not doing that well. Either people are eating all of the preserves all the time because they're tasty, or they just don't make enough. But then they should make enough because they have enough stuff. You know what? Let's go ahead and do another preservist right outside here, because there's a really there's a heavy production coming from here from the fields, and I think it's just gonna even increase ever so more. I think this is a good building. I don't think. I know it's a good building, so we can just do it. Before we do it though, let's see this field. Yeah, so next season is gonna be 100%. So we'll give it one more year. We could just place preservist over here, I guess. But I wanna sort of place it closer to this side as well, because most of the glass is stored on the other side. So I don't know what they need more. Is it the glass, or is it the materials? Man, let's just place it over here. It's fine. To sort of keep the town spread out a little bit, you know, so that we have everything everywhere in small portions. They're still working on this one. Like, they still haven't gotten their hands on these roads to be upgraded into stone roads, because there's just so much walking that they need to do. Because yes, I guess the village is not really well optimized for storage facility and whatnot. It's really concentrated over here for production and storage. So if, say, we need stone, every time we buy it, they just store it here, and they don't really distribute it between the storage houses in the village. So it's not really a problem. But you know, at the same time, maybe it is. Maybe it is just a little. Let me go ahead and make sure we don't store any of these over here, because we don't really need to. Oh yes, I remember what I wanted to check. I wanted to check the production of baskets, because we have a bunch of these baskets. The reason I want to know is because most of the people use baskets to carry more items. So if a person, say this one, he would have he's a herder, so maybe he doesn't need a basket. But let's say this guy, he has tools, worn tools, but he has no basket. So if he had a basket, he would be carrying more stuff. Does any of you have basket? There we go, this guy. This guy has tools and basket, so he can carry more stuff on him. And he's carrying one stone. So this guy is building something. Well, he's carrying this stone somewhere, so if you ask me, it's a waste. It's like, what the hell is he gonna... you know what? Let's follow this guy. How about that? How about that? Building site stocking. Oh, it's build site stocking. He's stocking the materials for the... He just did? He's even digging something. What did you do? Okay. Well, why is the road still... why is it still dirt road? I have a feeling that builders and game doesn't really upgrade roads properly, at least not all the time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I really hope that I really hope that they don't waste it, but it would be sad if they would, if they waste it. We produce flour and we consume more flour. Can I increase it? No, we're at a full capacity. That's okay. That's okay. One cool. Ah, shit. You can see that that's only 7%, so it's not that crazy. But we just place it up here. Yeah, so we'll just place one more here. We don't need to build it yet, so I'll just untick it. I'll just untick it. We badly need wood planks, so I will increase this to full 6 workers. It doesn't matter, even if they don't work at their full capacity, I still need all of them, because I think a bunch of buildings are going to be breaking down now, and we will need planks to repair them. There we go, 2 planks here. This building is going to need planks as well. Let's yeah, we need the planks. The good thing though is that the manor house it also needs planks. Never mind. So we just need planks ASAP. Unhealthy. So yeah, so this herd, I'm killing it slowly by forcing them to graze over here where it's only 9%. That's not good. So I should consider moving the field at least over here or something. Ideally, I should move these poop houses, but I can just place field like this here and then another one. So a road between them. We'll do this 40%. Should be okay. Not ideal, but that should do it. I think our log consumption is way higher than the production because it's sort of hard to produce logs, Yeah, you can see we consume way more than we produce. Roughly 20% more. So I don't know how to increase it, but by artificially planting. Like, that's the only way I know how to do it. So yeah. Crops lost to wildlife. How are they eating crops inside? Like, I would understand if they would eat crops outside. I guess it's still not walled off, so oh yes, I forgot. Sickly. Why is this? Oh, why is it so bad? Wait, why are they almost dead? They have good fodder quality. Why are they doing so bad? I don't wanna mess it up. So this, and then one more square over here, I think. Oh, I completely missed the sickly. Yeah, okay, well, I just hope they improve. Everyone else is doing fine, it's just these guys. That is a little bit unfortunate, but okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's It's not anything super bad. We can manage. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Let's pump the candle makers. Yeah, these are fine. Quick peek on the amount of laborers. We only have 4 laborers. I only have 2 laborers now. In hindsight, maybe I should have taken those refugees that were sort of traveling by, but it's fine. We still have 2 more houses coming up, so hopefully people will migrate themselves. Let's speed this up. Oh, yeah. Johnny boy. Hello, Johnny boy. You want any tips for the game? Because I have a bunch. Let me just look at my little cheat sheet that I have right here. Whoa. So, Johnny boy. Sure, early game tips, please. Early game. Well, let's see. Let me quickly think. Well, I can tell you what I did. In early game, what I did is I sort of planned out to do my expansion around the market, and then I wanted to separate my town from the production zone, you know, because when you look at this, you can see the desirability right here is bad, because a bunch of production buildings, most of them, they have the desirability that is decreased. So I guess my recommendation would be that you expand around the market, or at least have it sort of like a planning point. And I think I have a perfect planning for this. Keep in mind that you can increase the market, upgrade it, so it adds pretty much 1 more house on the radius. The yellow one is the tier 1, and when you upgrade it, you can see the white line just around it, see? So it basically adds literally 2 more squares. A house doesn't need to be completely in a square to be covered by the market. It has to be at least half of the house has to be in it. Another thing, if you want to, if you need a tip on how to push the desirability of the houses, there's a thing that I found out that decorations, they do stack. The way they stack is if you have same tier statue, same type decorations do not stack, but same, hold on, I phrased it really well last stream. Okay, maybe you'll help me to explain this a bit better, but look at this house, for instance, 54%, right? I'm going to show you on a different example. You can see that this one is 67 right here. This is a medium statue wizard. So if we were to add a medium statue next to it, it doesn't increase because it is already affected by this one. So you can stack statues, but it can't be the same size one. There we go. Same type decorations stack, but same size decorations don't stack. So if we were to place a large statue next to it, you can see that we push it to 69. The reason it's only 2% is because we have this big statue over here, which is already affecting it. Just to prove my point, you can see the 55 right here. I keep pointing like a monkey on the monitor one. There we go. Let's look at this 44 right here. It goes to 55, so that's plus 11, right? It's a bad example because this one, it's not really placed. Just trust me, you can do the statues and they stack as long as they're not the same size. So this way you can push the desirability of the houses if, say, you are lacking 1 or 2%. But if you're lacking 1 or 2%, you can always use these things. Let me just find one. The garden trails, because it seems like they are the only ones that actually stack together. So that's why I've placed these two over here next to each other. But don't take my word for it, I could be wrong on this one. Probably another thing that you can use, if you maybe haven't spotted it, you have different type of bushes is basically you have two type of berries that you can get, which is the blueberry bush, and the other one is the half-thorn. The big difference between them, there we go, is that half-thorn is fixed, but blueberry has this icon. So what you can do is you can literally place it wherever you want. So what you want to do, I guess, is you just collect all the blueberry bushes and you move them, you know, at the same place. So then you just place a gathering hut and have the circle to be on top of it, and you can see that they're collecting a bunch of berries for me. This year it's like this. I don't know why, but one year I saw one of them collecting 600 something because one bush is like 20. So one row, it's roughly 200 because it's, what is it, 9? So that's 180. So I guess that's all I can give you. Whenever you go into the next year, when you have cows and fields, you can also use cows to make fertile fields. It takes some time, so it's sort of like when you already have everything in town, right? So you just build up. But I accidentally found out that when you set the cows to go graze by using this, over time what they would do is, I guess, they would eat out all the weeds. So that would make fertility like 100%. So you can see the map is like a perfect square because of the cows. That's why right now I'm using the cows to do this, to sort of, you know, have fertile fields. Do keep in mind though that when you build them, they still have high weed level and they have rockiness, so you still need to spend a couple of, well, seasons, I guess, to do this. But when it's done, you can just get rid of this and then replace it with a production one. So that's also a thing. Took me a while to notice it, but also what farms do is some crops add fertility instead of removing it. So as you can see, this is one of the crops that actually adds fertility because it was 77 when it was planted and then it went to 79 when it was removed. So this added like to fertility. So this sort of mix keeps it at, well, at least keeps it stable at the fertility level of the field. But the thing is that towards late game, the more houses you have, you get so much poop coming from the houses that is just, you keep your fields fertile just by dropping this all the time. So you don't need to maybe bother with this, but I still like to keep it like this. I roughly have one season where I plant the fertile stuff and work the weeds, and then the other 2 years I do something that adds, food materials like beans and stuff. Also, these ones add fertility. You can see it as second to last from the bottom. It says impacts fertility. It might seem really obvious to you, but I've noticed this probably 4 or 5 streams into the game. I didn't see this completely. So my fields were losing fertility quite quickly, man. It was hard to, well, I'm an old man, so my sight is not that great. And I just missed it. But yeah, because it seems like pushing houses into the next tier helps you a lot with the gold, simply because they pay you more taxes. And, well, it's really easy to make money from them, because they add a lot of taxes. They're more happier as well. And the higher tier houses add that one extra spot at first when it gets to 65. Let me show you right here. And when it gets to 85, it gets another slot. Do keep in mind that only same family members can live in one house, so you sort of need to keep everyone happy so they give birth to children. And yeah, I guess that's it. If you're gonna stay here for like the next 5 or 10 minutes, I can show you what I do with the market, which is, well, the economy is sort of busted in this game, I guess, because gold shouldn't be a big issue. It's easy to make it. Maybe, at early game you need to micromanage it a little bit more when you sort of need to do a little bit of planning. But one stable material that I found to be selling really good and be, easy to produce and good amount to sell is pretty much candles. Because all they need is beeswax and some firewood. So you produce this from beehives, and well, firewood is firewood. And it's also counted as a luxury material, and houses do not really consume it that quickly. So it gives you some taxes as a sort of a luxury item that is being taxed, and you can also sell it for the traders. The usual price is 15, but if you wait for like far above average price on market, you can sell it for 17 to 20, so easy money. Easy money. That's it. I also do clothing, but I only do it now because I've noticed that we have a really high storage of flax for some reason. Because I have one of the fields doing just flax with this sort of setup, and you know, I just noticed that it's actually stacked a lot of flax for me over the years. So I'm trying to sort of work it into the clothing right now. As you can see, it's 2000. Now, it's pretty crazy. Oh yeah. Also, one more thing was the honey. The person who collects honey is the farmer, so I guess what you can do is, well, I started doing this now. I didn't do it at the start because I sort of didn't know. But you can place honey on top of the farm. So if you have like farm things like that, you can just slap one in the middle, which is I'm sort of planning to do over here with these fields. They will overlap with each other, so I don't know how far it's gonna affect the production. Hopefully not much, but yeah, I guess it does affect it. I just don't know how badly. But it seems fine. Like, if we place it on top, it's 35 because it's right on top of it. But if we place it here, it's like honey bonus 49. So I guess there's a base production, and the less honey beehives is next to each other, the more is the bonus production. So like, say the base production is 7, and then 50% more makes it to a 10 every year. Oh yeah. Oh yes, probably the best tip. But I guess this is sort of like cheating, sort of, because it has to be patched out. But I'm pretty sure that food does not go bad in the trading post. Yeah, I've had this meat here, I think, forever now. I've placed it, and this one, and this one, and, you know, this one. You might wonder, oh, how did I squeeze it in right here? Well, what you can do is the general limit for transfer is only 500, right? But the way you adjust it is by buying some more. Because when you buy from a trader and you select the option buy and stock instead of buy and transfer, what happens is it is being held over here. So if you have this icon activated, what will happen is that, say we have this 2300 wheat over here. If I do this, and if I were to sell all of this to the trader, what would happen is the game would remember that this is the new value for my desired amount. Even though the maximum you yourself can put is 500, you can increase that number by buying from the trader and storing it here. So it pushes the number up, and then it remains so. So having this turned on, selling this, they will try to fill it to this new value, which is more than the basic value that you can put yourself. So if you have probably an early game, a lot of meat and, you know, maybe some extra food that is being spoiled every year, just drop some in the trading post. And if, say, there's a year when you need food badly because, you know, something happened, say you were raided and then your people didn't gather enough food or something, you just transfer it to your town from here, and then you have your food. What I didn't test is what happens if I transfer it, because this food was held here for like, I don't know, 10 years. So technically it should have been spoiled. So maybe the way it's gonna work is the second I transfer it, it's gonna spoil, right? So this is the only thing I didn't kind of test. But just out of curiosity, we could do it. Let's transfer this meat. I mean, yeah, let's transfer the meat, all of it, into this. Boom. Let's see, because I sort of want to find myself Oh yeah, I just need to look at the storage. Oh, this one. Yeah, so we just transferred it because it was like 100 something before I did the transfer, right? Now it's 2000. And it seems like it doesn't spoil over the next 12 months. Yeah, so there's your answer. There's your free storage that you can sort of cheese right now at the current state of the game. Just drop it in the trading post and let it sit there, you know, for a rainy day or something when you need that food because your people are dying or, you know, you didn't store enough. And then you remember that, hey, you have that free storage just sitting there. That's probably it, I guess. It wasn't really super early game, but, you know, take it or leave it, right? Alright, I'm gonna speed this up because at this point I just don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna unpause this simply because I want to stack this first. A lot of houses are breaking down because they need some maintenance. And, you know, we sort of need planks right now because we are still building some stuff over here that requires planks. Yeah. Okay, let's see if the cows finished working on this field. 96% fertility. 96. It's roughly 5% per year, so I guess you need 20 years to push it to 100%. It is a lot, but you know, when you're in late game, end game pretty much, and there's nothing much to do, you sort of forget about it, and you just let them, you know, graze on that field, and then you sort of remember about it, and then you just move it, you know. 25%. Yeah, it seems like they're not really improving this one. I can't tell. It seems like they are, but I'm not sure. At least the grazing indicator is not improving. It's always at 25 every time I use it. And they just make it worse because they actually, you know, use it up. Oh, right. Johnny boy. Actually, never mind. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All in all, the game was fine. If you like building and just, you know, sort of enjoy the ant colony sims, I guess, where you just watch your little citizens move around town, slowly bring stuff from point A to point B, chop some wood, occasionally be raided, deal with the raiders, you know. That's a really nice game. In an early access like this, it's, in my opinion, really well polished. So, yeah. I'm gonna transfer this, you know, because it sort of becomes hard to get the materials in late game, so, you know, I sort of just go for buying all of it. Simply because we can afford it, we have the money, and I just don't know what to do with the money. Stone especially, because stone is the one that sort of runs out, I guess, the first, and then you need it the most, especially for the defenses like towers and when you need to upgrade those towers, so yeah, it becomes extremely demanding to sort of keep up with the demand of the you know, stone demand, pretty much. Yeah, one tower to tier 2 is only 25 stone to upgrade. It's also iron, but iron is sort of easy to make, but the stone isn't. So it's 25 stone per tower. If you divide the amount of we have here, guards 85 by 2, because every tower has 2 guards for me, except maybe some exception, even divided by 80, you know, 80 by 2, that's 40. So it was 40 towers. It was, yeah, it's pretty much 40 towers that I've upgraded to tier 2. Multiply that by the stone, and how much is that? It makes 1200 stone. Yeah, 1200 just to do the towers. It's insane amount of stone that you need. I think they did hear, the developers heard the people, you know, sort of whining about it. So there was an update where they improved the amount of stone that you get from one little big boulder on the map. But I think the change is only affecting new maps. And since I'm playing this for like, I think I don't remember when the game came out, but I've started this map pretty much the second it was out, sort of, maybe a couple of days later. So I don't really have that update. I'm gonna go for the coal here, buy and transfer. Even though it's not cheaper than the usual price, but you know. And this is what I mentioned. The candles above average is 16, and the production price of candles is just so small that yeah. What I also do in the market, one way to make money for me was to just look, you know, the good old Warren Buffett advice: buy low, sell high. So whenever you see tools or whatnot on the discount like this, and you have the money, you know, it's a good thing to buy it. There's this iron ore, I don't need it. Let me quickly see what this guy has. Oh, he's buying cheese. I'll sell him the cheese. I'll sell all of it. Hold on. Did I make another cheese maker? Yeah, let's add one more. I think our cheese consumption sort of increased. No, that's in dairy. Milk. Cheese. Okay, all of the cheese that is produced is being consumed, so let's increase it by 1 worker. Are we buying anything from this guy? Yeah, we'll buy the iron because it's, well, cheaper than the thing. I'll buy and transfer half, and then I'll buy and stock the other half so I can sell it for money if I need to. Nothing else is cheap, so let's get our money back selling him the cheese. And we sort of made a 0 game sum for us. We even made some profit. We took all of his money, we bought all of his cheap iron ingots, and then we go back here. And maybe one of them is willing to buy the ingots. This guy is willing to buy it. We just bought it for 9, and we can sell it for 11. So just like that, we can make a 2 gold profit, you know? Simply because we bought low and we can sell this for a market price. But I don't want to sell it really, because I'd rather just transfer it and work the iron into heavy armor, which is the plate armor. No one is willing to buy it this time, but when they are willing to buy it, the price for it is just extremely high. So it's a really good money-making thing for late game, I guess. I'm talking about this because simply buying off the materials, right? The usual price, the cheap price to sell it is like 500 or 600. So you can buy 20 of this, as you could see right now, for pretty much 11 gold. So that's 200. Plus this is another 50. So let's make it 300 total. And let's say coal is 10. So let's make it 400 total. And then you sell it for 500 or 600. So you, by buying this from the market, you make 100 for free. You can also buy iron ore instead and work that into the ingots, because the price of an iron ore is cheaper than an ingot, and the transfer ratio is 5 to 6. 5 iron ores is worked into 6 iron ingots when the foundry is upgraded. So, you know, there's a lot of ways to make money in this game, and it's just so easy. So, but then again, I don't really remember a single game where in late game you don't get to snowball. Any game I've played, I remember that you get to a point when you just become so extremely, well, sort of overpowered that the game just can't do anything. Let's hit this, because we sort of don't have the cheese to facilitate all the cheese right there. I kind of want to get his money. I'm gonna cancel this. I know it's not the best price to sell, but simply because we have such a big stock of clothing, and because all of this extra clothing that we have here was bought for a cheaper price, I'll just do it. And then I'm gonna enable this again, so next time we can refill it if we need to. Let's see if we can make some money off of this guy. Well, not really, no. Yeah, let's just, that's it. We're good. We are good. Right, Johnny boy, if you're still here. The one easy way how you can locate all the blueberry bushes on the map, so you don't need to click every one of them single-handedly, is the following. What you do is you wait for the season start for the blueberries or for the season end. I think for me it would be easier to wait for the season start because it's easier to fixate on purple, which is a colorful color, rather than gray. So the difference is this. Let me find. Okay, so you can see this is a berry icon, right? And it's grayed out. This is because it's not season for the half-turn. The half-turn season is usually beginning of the autumn. So right now, all of the half-turn on the map is going to be grayed out. So this right here, if we check, this is half-turn. And if we were to go and just scout the map randomly and look for everything that is not grayed out, so here, this is half-turn because it's grayed out because it's not the season. But this right here is a blueberry bush. This is an easy way how you can find them on the map when you're sort of looking for those bushes, so that you can, you know, replace them into your own man-made blueberry farm. The problem with this, that the way I'm doing this right now is, well, to me is the only known way how to do it. I don't know the other way how to do it. Maybe there's an easier way, but it seems like right now there isn't. So, you know, what I would recommend is when you have a bunch of free laborers one of the years, because I think builders or laborers will do this job, so you kind of need them to sort of do it, or just, you know, you just ask them to do it, and I think they will do it as the lowest priority, because you can't really set priority manually for the build. I mean, you can do it here, but hopefully they do it as their least priority. So you just wait for the season, then you look for the blueberries, and then you sort of pause the game and then set the order, right? And then just forget about it. So to do this farm here, it roughly took me, I would say, good 5 to 10 minutes of real time just to look for all the bushes on the map. But, you know, you do it once and then you're free to go, right? You're sort of free yourself from the need to get the blueberry bushes off the map. And then you have that extra farm right on your doorstep that is producing some berries for you every year, right there. Pretty good. Okay, I think this farm is ready. I could push it to 100, but 97 is good enough. Alright, and let's ask these cows to go ahead and work on this one right here. Boom. Thank you, cows, for your service. Yeah. That is it. And I sort of lose my voice a little when I talk too much. There's something about the firewood choppers that is extremely satisfying. It's just what I found is that the older I get, the more I appreciate more subtle parts of the game. Like when I was younger, all I cared about is, well, pretty much graphics, because it looked so cool. Because, you know, the advancement of technology that pushed the graphics of the game, it felt so amazing, right? And then, you know, obviously gameplay and the story was important as well, but the prettier was the picture, the cooler it seemed. But then it sort of transitioned into the great story and you know, game. So it has to be a good story of the game and, you know, the genre, I guess, gameplay, sort of. But now I found myself to be appreciative of small details like, you know, the sound design and whatnot. I used to not care about it at all. But now this constant wood chopping, which is just, I sort of fixate on it sometimes in the background. It's just so satisfying. And for some reason, I just love the sound that the food seller makes, or the storage house in this game. Like that crackling door, you know, cracking door when you open it, sort of. And this little, you know, just like little psst. What's the little, it's the little tingling thing, I think. Yes, we love sounds. Damn. It reminds me of Age of Empires. Ah, you know what? I need to find this building that is not upgraded yet. Because I think it had a different sound. It didn't have the same sound. Maybe it did have the same sound. Oh my god, the game, oh no, it's not responding. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Been watching for like an hour. Good to go now. Okay, man, I'm getting off myself in like 30 minutes. I did the sort of 2-hour short ones during the week. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, man. See ya. Have a good one. So anyway, the sound is just well made. And like, I sort of started paying attention to details like that, and it's just, I personally start appreciating the game way more when I hear like a good sound design. It's just so satisfying to, you know, use that product, I guess, because it's so well made and it's really polished, and you know, so it's a good game overall. There's not much you can do in the building game. There's a bunch of stuff I really dislike, some decisions in this game that I absolutely hate and don't understand. But all in all, if it was that bad, I wouldn't have played it for so long. But at this point, when I've grinded, what is it? 92 in-game years in real time, that's like roughly 50 hours, because I was pausing a lot, I was slowing down to chit chat with myself and whoever is listening. Yeah, you can push way more. It's just, I guess, you know, it's not really well optimized, at least at this point, for my personal PC to run smoothly on this amount of people. What I have to add to the mix that the streaming software is also eating up some CPU, so you know, I gotta consider that as well when I make that sort of decision that the game tanks. But usually when I'm raided, but you know, when there's a raid happening, the game always tanks because it probably needs to you know, accommodate all those extra models that are being loaded in, sort of. But yeah, I've said it multiple times, many times now, that for an early access game, which it I think still is, it's, in my opinion, really well polished product. It's a good game. But I will never understand the decision that was made behind the circle for the arborist, but a square for the farm. Just make it square here as well, but why not the square for this as well? With that being said, yeah, I think the theory that I was sort of trying to check is I wanted to do this field, and you can see the circle is like this, right? And technically this one should be in the circle as well, but it isn't. But it seems like it doesn't matter. You can see that grand total is 5. So it's the same here. So I think I was just whining this whole time for no reason. Because the circle is just like a general area where the worker is gonna work. And so he's gonna walk out of the circle just to collect stuff here, I guess. At least it seems like the case right now. If we look at this tree, and then we look at this tree, which is not in the circle, it's sort of the same results as it is in the middle of the circle. So the circle is not an exact thing that you need to follow. Last 12 months. It's actually, we can even look at this. We look at this tree. It's 8, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9. 9, so it's 9, 9, 9. It's 9. And if we look at this apple tree, which was roughly planted the same, yeah, you can see it's the same age, because I've had this and this planted at the same time, and it's the same production. It's the same thing. So I'm just stupid, man. I kept whining about this, and it was pointless, because it seems like that's how you do it. You just plant the trees and you place a couple of buildings and you sort of drop a general vicinity where they should work, and they'll just do it. So this changes completely everything, to be honest. Like, right, Johnny boy. You know, if you're still here, remember that when you get to the arborist, do not be scared by the circle, for it is only a general area. Yeah, you can just place trees sort of in like square formations to have complete plantation of apple tree, and then followed by a pear tree plantation, followed by a peach tree. And then just a couple of arbolists, and then just drop the circle sort of in the middle or around those fields. And it seems like they're still working just fine. It really seemed to me that they don't. But I think, yeah, I was just mistaken. It seems like they're working the same way. Yeah, so... Oh well, I guess the more you know, right? The year 92, and you find out this just now, you know. It's better now than never, I guess. But that does change a lot of things. Now you can just focus on making complete fruit plantations. Plantation. There is a word like that, plantation. Yeah. Yeah, there was, I think. Let's send the cows. You know what? I keep, what is this? Torturing these cows with this unfertile land. Let's just give them a year of relaxation and fertile grazing grounds. How about that? I feel bad for forcing the AI cows to graze in a field that is only 25% fertility, you know. I mean, yeah, 25 water quality. Doesn't feel good. Let's adjust this to... I like how I mentioned that I feel, you know, bad about torturing cows, and then I opened the smokehouse where they are being smoked into some smoked meat. But hey, you know, it's part of the life cycle. Just because you slaughter them later for food doesn't mean you can give them good grazing grounds while they're alive, right? So what I would be looking now is I would be looking for the berry bushes that are grayed out, because it's the season for the half-thorn and not the blueberries. Unless I'm too early and I'm just skipping, but no. just find a single example. Maybe it's a bit too early, yeah. I could be wrong, but or maybe there's just a lot of half-torn bushes. It could be that I've gathered most of the blueberry bushes. No, I didn't. There we go. There's 2 more here. So now it's the season for the half-torn, but not the blueberry bushes. And I can just move these guys over here to the farm. Because the thing is that what happens is that there's a small period, like just at the end of the summer and right at the beginning of the autumn, they sort of overlap, so you get both of them at the same time, and then everything is in season, all of the berries, so it's harder to spot them. But like I mentioned, to me personally, it seems way easier to kind of spot the purple ones instead of the gray ones. So it's way easier to find blueberry bushes at the beginning of the summer. I'm thinking next year there's gonna be a raid. Year 93, that's a guarantee. As that's when they happen. It's been too quiet for too long, so they're gonna raid. Man, this looks such a nice place to farm for some logs, but it's so far away. And there's nothing else really over here. There's some rock, but there's only there's barely any other resources, so there's no point into going over here even. And there's some clay, there's some iron ore, but that's about it. It's just not worth it. It's not even worth it getting these blueberry bushes. But I mean, I got nothing else to do really, so I just do this. They finished this, okay. So we need to clear the weed level. Whoops. The reason you want to clear the weed level is because it affects the production. Let's see the production over here. You can see the yield results right here. Fertility gives a 73, weed level positive because there's no weeds on this field. 49, rockiness 73, soil bonus 74. And then disease is minus 147. And then wildlife minus 57. So you add all those numbers and then you come to a grand total of total yield, where it's all added and subtracted. So the standard is 1000, but our bonus one is 1143. Remove the disease and remove the wildlife, and then that's extra 200. So it could have been 1300, which is 30% more than compared to the normal planted amount, right? So if you keep track of all of that all the time, then you can have amazing results from your field. It's just, at this point, I just don't care, man. To me, it seems like for early game, sure, right? But for late game, it seems like it's too much work. I just need to pay so much attention to this shit. It's just, I don't know. They need to figure out a way how to sort of make it a bit more, I want to say user-friendly, but I don't think it's the right term. How would you name it? Maybe, yeah. If they make it more user-friendly, it's just they gotta find a way to automate it a little bit better, you know, so that I only need to check it every once in a while, but not like all the time. Then again, maybe I just haven't figured it out. Maybe there's a simple way how it's done. I'm just either overcomplicating it and thinking too much, you know. And that could be the case as well, because I tend to do that. I overthink and then I overcomplicate it, and I don't really need to do it. So that could be the case. Maybe there's a simple way to optimize the fields, sort of. But I wish there was an auto click for the poop. So let's say you just set this one to dump all of their stuff, and then you just click multiple fields or something, and then they would dump the what is the name of this? They would dump the waste in all of the clicked fields based on the field fertility. So the farmer or the waste worker would simply look at the field which has the least fertility, and if he has some compost to get rid of, he would just dump it in the field that has the least fertility. That's it, job's done. Right? Makes sense. Simple solution, and you know. Simple and elegant solution, in my opinion. But it's fine as it is. Right. So let's put this to the test even further. Let's plant some more trees. Oh my god, this is not ideal one, but it's not ideal one, but that's the one you get. Sorry. Is this also apple trees? Oh, it's pear. Okay. So this is apple, this is pear. That's fine. Doing this, in my opinion, is a mistake right now, simply because I should have planted it at the same year, so that they sort of work the trees at the same year. Then again, maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe having trees growing at a different rate. This looks like a blueberry bush. It was a half turn. Okay. Maybe planting the trees at different time of years will make some of them yield and sort of be in the season quicker. So I don't know. Let's do a circle sort of in the middle and see if they work this. It's just, maybe it's the farmers who are working here as well. I don't know. It's a builder, that's a builder, that's a builder, that's a builder. So the builders are building this. Okay. Know that. But I wonder if it's only the arborists who are collecting this, or maybe the laborers are helping. So that's why these trees here, which are technically not covered by the working circle, they are also being collected. It's just, let's say that the circle thing is just a general sort of field, right? Well, okay, in that case, it seems like at the start of the game, when you're just starting out and the only food source is you have the gatherer's hut and the hunter and the fisherman, they also have the circle, right? They also have the working circle, and those ones, at least to me personally, it specifically tells you that, hey, when you are adjusting this circle, you can see that the fishing productivity changes. And if, say, I have this one in here, which adds productivity by 50%, look at that, it's 210. I move it here, it's 120. So it drops drastically when I move away from the circle. And the second it's inside, look at that. It's fishing areas 8 and it's 100%. But if I move it to the left to get the icon, it's 7 fishing areas, but the fishing productivity is 240, right? So the game at the start, when you only have these, seems to be extremely specific that the circle is where the person is working. So having that in mind, when I come to a building like this, which is arborist, where I also have the circle, what I'm thinking is I gotta place all the trees in the circle, or else the fruit from those trees is not gonna be collected, right? So the game is a little bit inconsistent about what it tells you. First it tells you this, that only the stuff in the circle is collected, because you have the same for the hunter. You know, when you look for the prey, it has to be in the circle, or else it's gonna tell you that, well, there's no prey over there, right? And then you get icon like I cannot hunt anything because there's nothing inside of it. And then it's the same for the gatherer, right? If you look at the food forager, let's just look at this one as an example. Like if we move a circle over here, it says that there's one bush. It's nothing in here because there's nothing in here. It's just trees, but it's the same circle. But the second I move it here, it tells you, oh, well, there's a lot of the berries in Halfthorn, right? Why? Well, because there's this blueberry farm, so that's why there's a lot of berries. So the circle is present where the food is. And then you get the farms, which is the square. It's simple enough to understand. You place the square, and that's going to be the farm. But then you have the arborist with the circle. So I don't know. To me, it just seems a little bit like a bad design because it's a little bit inconsistent. It's not like it's game breaking or anything. I'm not gonna drop the game because of this, but just like an old grumpy man with a hurt back, as my back is hurting, I'm gonna be grumpy and I'm gonna whine about this. So if anything, if there's any consistency to my streams, it's me whining about the goddamn circle on the goddamn arborist in this game. Alright, so keep that in mind. Man, and I don't know how to tell you this, but also the repair system, you know, it kind of winds me up a little bit. The reason it winds me up is, I'll tell you why it does it. It winds me up because you have the repair system, but it's extremely dependent, I guess, on the amount of free builders and laborers you have. And there's no way for you to prioritize the there's no way for you to prioritize which stuff you want to repair first, because I want to be able to prioritize what I want to repair. Otherwise, I'm just wasting Wait, hold on. Are they using the same cart? Or it's two different carts? Wait. Is it the same cart or is it two different carts? It's two different carts, right? Yeah. Okay. It's two different carts. Because it said produced items 1, but I have 2 carts riding, so... Yeah, this guy's transferring. Another thing is the transferring carts, right? You have building that has only 2 slots. Why? You could have made a building that is producing carts and the other building that is hiring the cart drivers, and let's say the other building can store up to 5 carts or 10 carts or whatever. And then you just place those hubs around town that can be used for the carts. But I guess the game went for this sort of solution where you have a specific building that employs the cart drivers. And okay, well, fair enough. It's fine, right? What else, man? So the repair guy. Why didn't they make a profession for the repair person? Just, So, small inconsistencies like that are okay, and you know, we'll see if they change them or they keep it as it is. But it's the damn circle that I will never leave alone, man. It's this circle that I'm gonna keep on whining about. But I guess I'll find out. Let's see if they will work these fields as well. It would be really great to see who collected the fruit so that I can actually know for sure whether it's this guy who worked here or it was one of the laborers who came by because he had nothing else to do. Oh, I guess it's something to find out. Something that we will find out, but some later time. Definitely not today because there's just not enough time for today. And also this, like, It keeps automatically doing this. I'm doing exactly the opposite because I don't want him to hunt the small animals. I just want him to hunt the deer. There's enough like big animals over here like deer and stuff. But the game there we go. It did it again. Why? Is there a save button that I'm not seeing? No. So I do the okay, what if I leave it at 1? Okay, but I don't want you to do anything. And then it goes to 4. What? It's like the game is almost telling you, hey, if you don't want any traps, well, don't fucking upgrade the building. Thank you. Thank you for warning me before I upgraded it again. But whatever. I still think that hunters become completely useless and obsolete the moment you get to the farms, because the production of meat in farms, it's just so much meat every season. It's consistent. You get 2,000 meat, you get 40 this, you get 40 tallow. On top of that, you also get milk that you turn into cheese, right? And then you just multiply, make a couple of farms, and you have such an insane amount of meat coming in every year. It's just, hunter becomes completely useless. There's nothing unique about the hunter building that farm does not replace. Nothing. Unless there's one if condition, and the if condition being that the hunter is constantly hunting the boars. Even though the farm beats the hunter 9 out of 10 times, that one time when the hunter is hunting exclusively boars, he's producing more than the farm. But usually that's not the case. Usually farm is more productive. So we have this guy, right? He's doing this, which is extremely well, because he's getting boars most of the time. But, you know, if you divide this by 4, you get more per person in here than you get per person on the hunters. And, you know, and on top of that, I will remind you again that you use cows to graze them so that they are grazing somewhere, and where they're grazing, it improves the fertility of the field. So what do you do when they're done? Simple. You move the grazing to the left. Are you all right? No, you are all left. And then here, what you can do here is you place 100% 10 on 10 field. Sorry, I missed it by 1 square. You have a pretty much 10 on 10 field from the cows with almost full fertility, right? It's a no-brainer. Like, when you can transition to farms and cows, you just do it. You don't think twice. You try to get it because it's a stable meat income. It's stable hides that you can work into materials like hide coats or shoes that you can sell, or you just sell hides straight up. But it's better to work into material because you can sell it for more. You also get tallow and whatnot and milk. There's just so much you get from it. So hunters, it's a reminiscence of the past. I guess that's the word. Hold on, let me quickly Alt tab. Did I start year 90? It's only 3 years. Oh, at least I'm not pausing that much anymore. Anyway, there's nothing to buy really, except maybe the weapons, but I rarely see anyone buying the weapons, so I'll just not use them. No, it seems fine. The production seems to be fine, so I don't know. We finally are producing this more than when using. I need to look at the hide coats. Hide coats 34, 42. That is okay. I think there was a hide code maker over here. We'll just do this. And this reminds me, what we should do again is following. We should pause the game so it doesn't lag out. And then I should find meat and I should transfer here the maximum. So I have it stocked. And I'll do this. And then we'll buy some more when we get the trader, just so that we have that extra safe stored away the food just in case. You know, even though I feel like nothing can happen in this game that is gonna end it for me at this point, at this stage. But you know, just to be sure, I'd rather have some extra stored away just in case. I'm a little bit concerned that they're still not finishing with the gates over here, but it seems like they are building it. Yeah, okay, yeah, they are working on it's just slowly, but they are working on it. Okay. That's okay. That is okay. Okay, the reason I have these cows over here is because I wanted to test something out. What I wanted to test is I wanted to set them grazing in the middle of the forest, just because when they graze, they improve the fertility of the land, right? So what I wanted to test, will the trees regrow at a higher rate on this type of land where it's like high fertility, or it's gonna be the same? Because maybe the trees are affected by the fertility of the arborist. So if we look at this, I sort of destroyed the fertility here. As you can see, it dropped to 70% instead of being at, say, 81 or like 73 over here. Sorry, 92. So it's 92 here and then it's only 73. But it's perfect for the farm, but not perfect for the trees. It's just the big problem. Okay, not big. It's not a big problem, but one of the annoying parts of the game is that I can't really tell where are the zones that trees would consistently regrow, right? It's a wild guess every time. You send your workers to work somewhere, they chop down all the trees, and then they just leave you hoping that those trees are going to regrow, because there's no guarantee that it's going to happen, so you're just hoping it's going to happen. I have no idea if those trees regrow. I don't know. So that's another small issue I have with the game, is like the unknowing of the mechanics of how, you know, the tree collectors work. And it's the damn circle again, man. It's the damn circle that tells you, oh, well, this is the zone. Okay, sure, this is the zone. But like, did the trees regrow? I mean, sure, they're chopping only the mature ones, but does it affect anything? You know, it's hard to tell. At least to me, it's hard to tell if that's the case or it isn't, so... Yeah. I kind of want to push it to year 94 and then call it, but it's sort of late. I guess I can try to increase this. It's just, there's gonna be a raid coming, I can feel it. Another thing that I kind of dislike is that you need to manually do this. You constantly need to rehire people because it does not happen automatically. Again, it's not a big deal, it's fine, but you know, it's a little bit just a little bit annoying. All right, that's it. That's all I'm saying. Nothing criminal. It's just inconvenient. Sort of inconvenient at best. Yeah, it's a perfect place for a house, but I kind of don't want to lock away this in the corner here. Noiter, good day, sir. Oh, hello, mister. Hello, mister. Oh, you're just in time. I'm about to end the stream. Yeah, never mind. It's 15-20 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it. There we go. There's the raiders. These are the shitty raiders. Unfortunately, I closed the notification, so I don't know where they're attacking from. Okay, this is okay. Let me quickly pause it. Let's go ahead and deploy these guys in the middle. And I need to pull these guys. I'm probably gonna give him this tower. Let's deploy them here. And let's unpause. And let's deploy these guys also a bit closer. Because I don't know. There's gonna be more than one waves. This is a small wave, so there's a larger wave somewhere. I just haven't shown yet. There's got to be a bigger wave somewhere. The reason I don't want to defend this is because there's just one tower and still no gate. So there's no point in defending that, I guess. Let's do a little bit of market making. Some market manipulations. Man, we have this. Because we never use it. Oh, I can buy spices. I can buy glassware and I can buy bricks. This is expensive, so no. But I don't mind buying this. This is a luxury, so it's gonna be taxed. We're gonna buy and transfer all of it. And then we will just sell him the maximum amount. Well, not maximum amount, but let's sell him the maximum. So we still have like a couple of candles left, so we make some money back. Let's look at this guy. I guess we could sell him the logs to make that 2 gold profit, but it's not worth it because it's only 2,000. It's only 2,000 extra, so it's gonna be a waste. What I should do though is I should buy up this because it's, well, cheap, buy in stock. It's a pity that 14 and 16. Okay, yeah, never mind. Let me do this first. Let me do this. Now let's do this. Sell. What am I doing is because I'm just getting the 2 gold from this guy and transferring it here and getting back my gold from this guy. So it's 2 gold profit right here. Boom. Easy. Market trading 101. And let's go ahead and restock this. Yeah, that's it. So we made some money back. We kept the spices. What else? What else? Tools. Yeah, no, that's it. That is it. Okay, there's some raiders attacking from the right side. Because I heard the slashing. Okay, this looks like a big wave. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and deploy these guys. We need to take this flag. And we also need to pull them here. The reason we pull them here instead of going up is because I've just noticed that they have a battering ram coming. Well, maybe not a battering ram, but it seemed like a battering ram. It seems like this is the main wave, but it's also small. It's actually also small. I honestly can't tell at this point. I do not know. 94 raiders. This is a really small group of raiders. Ah, okay, there we go. They are coming from up here. So this is the main group. And they're gonna be pulling up here. So we pull this flag over here, just outside of this. These raiders should trickle down toward this gate because it's the closest for them. So that's what they usually do. Just buy the dip and you'll be alright. That's what I'm trying, just as the Buffett taught me. Buy high, sell low. The other way around. Buy low, sell high. I think I moved the wrong flag. I moved this flag instead of this one. Oh, they rubbed something. I guess they picked up from the ground. Yeah, that's fine. Well, there's a lot of... I hear slashing in my left ear as well. Yeah, I think they're slashing this tower down. Yeah, they're doing that. That's okay. I need to keep an eye on this to see where they're pushing. I mean, in hindsight, I can deploy soldiers to this tower just to defend it. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna deploy these over here just to defend it. We're listening to the fake buffer man. The fake Buffett man. I was listening to the Buffet Man by High Sell Low. Buy low, sell high. Yeah. The Buffet Man is never mistaken. Yeah, this is defended. I'm a bit worried about this side, but once again, they should swiftly dispatch of this battering ram. Let's just see where it's going. Man, it's so good. It's going for the thing. Yeah, okay, let's redeploy this flag. If only I can select it, that would be great. Over here. The reason I'm moving them here is because this is done. There's just too much towers shooting at those raiders. There's no chance for them. I will accept these villagers because a couple of people will die now. So it's free real estate. They killed the battering ram. That's okay. I'm just gonna slow the speed here. I shouldn't be traveling this much, to be honest, because it's oh shit, they destroyed it. I didn't deploy the soldiers in time. Oh no, they killed all the smokehouses. Man, it's like they target the food production and resource production. This is what I've noticed. They tend to target the food production and the resource production for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe that's the way. Oh yeah, this is a slaughter once again. That's just a slaughter, man. Oh, this is a heavy armored raider. Look at this guy. He has heavy armor and a shield. And he's running. Oh, that's it. They're done. This raid is over. Where is this? Ah, this is not being covered by anything. That is a-okay. I'll just move this flag to protect it, because these guys should reinforce this. Just a quick check on what is happening over here. Is there still fighting? We can rebuild this. I wish I could select all of them at the same time and rebuild it, but unfortunately I can't. Now let's do this. Did they destroy anything else in here? It seems like they did not. Man, such nice raiders. These raids suck ass. These ones do, yeah, sure. It's no chance for the raiders, man. But you know, the big boy raids, they don't. The big boy raids, they actually hurt. Those raids are much more tougher. Ay. Look at this game freeze. Look at this frame drop. Holy moly. Alright. Well, they did break the gate. They did break the gate. Beware of the hogs. I'm telling you, man, it's the pigs as the brown menace. The bear. But I mean, nothing can stop us now. Nothing can stop us anymore. Alright. The game is lagging again. Yeah. Hey man, these raids. The reason why these raids are so devastating is because they're killing the FPS. It's the only thing they're doing. Nothing else. Alright. Time to fill in the spots. It says minus 12. I think it says minus 12 because 12 people are hurt. That's it. That's the only reason it says that's minus 12. Let's upgrade this bad boy right here. I sort of want to upgrade all of the hospitals, which I think we did. That's what I told you for. What are they yelling? Hospital, hospital, hospital. Bakery, pub. Oh, I never placed the hospital for this one, really? Oh, I guess I didn't. Hold on, I'm trying to Oh, I never placed hospital for these guys. Oh, that was the problem. That's why they were not happy. The reason I didn't build a healer house in here, I feel like, it's because I didn't see the need to do so. Because it's just such a small part of town, right? And now I got no place to build it unless I destroy one of the houses, which I sorta don't want to do. What I could do is I can place a healer house in here and one up here. But what we'll do is we'll just place this healer house over here, you know, or here to connect it to the road. Then we kind of block off this, sort of. But you know what? We can squeeze it in here. It's not a perfect fit because it doesn't cover most of the houses here. But I think it's fine. It covers, for the most part, all of them, and then if I need to, I can place another one here, but I just not build it yet. Raids will kill your PC. They're playing the long game. I'm afraid they are, but yeah, man. But we should be fine. All right. Success. Another raid done. Dispatched. So they did kill soldiers, but that's about it. Luckily we did have those refugees coming in, so we just replaced the... Well, you know, one thing that raiders do is they free up some workspaces in town, right? Village was raided. 1614. Okay, this was the small part coming from the north, I think. What else did they do? Ah, it lags again, man. One thing I heard about this raid is that they dropped the FPS for me. But just because the village is so big already. If it was smaller, it would have been fine. It was fine when the village was smaller. It's just now like this. That's a bit too much. Produced material, firewood. Oh my. Oh, this is production and this is consumption. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. I wanted to check something on this side. Village was raided. 2320. This is probably the north one. There's still gotta be a report for a big raid somewhere. Right. I wanted to reduce this by 2 workers. Because we're sort of getting back on the planks. So we don't need that many again. Village was raided. 23, 21, 6. 6 buildings destroyed. So these guys were from the north because they killed 1 tower and 5 smokehouses. So that's what they did. Fair enough. Let's do that. What do I have here? Peach. I think I need more pear trees as well. I don't have enough pear trees. But the idea is to, I guess, do the pear trees over here. Pears and apples. We'll just fill in all of this with trees. I technically shouldn't because of the raids. Because the trees sort of close out the... Actually, maybe the planted trees don't affect it that much. It's -3. I need to find something that has a big tree in front of it, like this one. So, or raiders sighted. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh, who's this? Who's this crazy guy? Wait, these are the soldiers. Oh my god. So these soldiers chased them all the way up here. Well, now that you're here anyway, you might as well move to destination and see what's in here. Where is this? Oh, I can't even scroll through the map anymore, man. Come on. Okay, it's all the way up here. They chased them all the way to the ends of the map. Crazy, man. Crazy. And this is probably the big raid. 94, 76. 3 buildings destroyed, so this guy killed something. I think what they killed is a gate here, a tower here, and they killed something else. My guess is that they killed the blasted woodcutter. Yep, that's what they always kill. They go for the woodcutter and they go for smoke houses and storage houses. You know. Anyway, what I wanted to see is I wanted to see if the trees affect the damage. And I thought they do, but it seems like they don't. It seems like the towers don't care about the trees. I just need to find a place where there's a lot of foliage. I like here, for instance. Let's see. It seems like they don't care about the trees in line of sight. So you can do whatever you want with the trees. For some reason, I thought that was the case. That's why in earlier streams, I was chopping down the trees next to the wall. But I guess that's not the case, is it? Yeah. Well, anyway, I should probably end the stream here. I sort of wanted to push it to the end of the year, but I don't think I'll make it. That's actually fine. I'll do that, and then I'll end the stream. It's like 5 more minutes if I keep it at 3 times the speed. But anyway, there's nothing much that happened today, really. We just did 4 years. We built a couple of buildings. We expanded farm, so our food production is increasing ever so more. You can see that the amount of meat and vegetables we have is extreme because, you know, we have a lot of farms and we have a lot of cows. Cows and farms, baby. Cows and farms. What's the plan for the future, if you ask me? Well, I will probably place another farm in this area simply because there's a bunch of fields where cows can be grazing. And when this is going to be filled with the farms, this is going to be the grazing lands for the cows where I just rotate them in between. Bye. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow. If you know what I mean, boy. But yeah, when we have farms in here, we just need cows to sort of rotate in between the grazing fields so they have that good fertility, you know. But that's about it. When this is done, we can do the expansion over here, and I think based on the amount of logs we can chop, it feels like the game will allow us to expand just so more. You know, it's gonna allow us to expand. I had this phrase in my mind and it sounded so nice, but the point I was trying to make is that we cannot push the village and grow it bigger than it can be sustained with. And we have plenty of food, so it's fine. We will need some clay eventually, because we will eventually run out of clay mines on the map. It's not going to happen soon, but it will happen inevitably. So we will need it for the bricks. And most importantly, we will need logs for planks and for firewood. Because the more the houses, the more you need for the maintenance for like planks, and the more you need for firewood, so the villagers don't freeze, right? I don't know if it increases the insulation when it's upgraded, but I think what it does, it simply increases the capacity. And what is this icon? Increase durability. So it goes from 500 to 600. It's just the health. It doesn't seem like it increases the yeah, it just increases the health. So they might be consuming same amount of firewood, which is not great. It means that, you know, we'll need the more houses equals more logs, because you need more firewood and you need more planks. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but we can always buy the wood, you know. It's just not every year we get a trader with logs, and the amount of logs they bring is, you know, barely enough. It's like 100 to 400 at most. And, you know, 400 logs is 6,000 firewood. I don't know how much is spent for the houses, because we need a lot of firewood for different productions to work metal and whatnot. That's lagging again. Yeah, you know, we need all of that stuff to work into metal, but you know, so not to say anything, but because I just don't know what else to do on this map. In the next, I would say, 3 or 4 streams, we will finish this, we will upgrade some more, and I think that's gonna be it. After that, this is gonna be year 100 and something. We'll definitely reach a population 1,000, maybe even 1,200 or something like that. You know, just for the number, I'll place some more houses. Sure, why not? But that's it. It's just, yeah, it's just the village is done, in my opinion. So, just want to get that milestone number of 100 years, and probably after that call it, you know. So you can expect like just 2 or 3 more streams of this. Probably this Friday. I will not be on the weekend. So this Friday, and then the next week, probably Monday, Wednesday, and also Friday, and that's it. And the next weekend, I might do the Ostriv to, you know, sort of stick to the building genre for a bit more. Or I don't know, we'll see. Haven't decided yet. Anyway, year is almost done. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was fun. As always, the village is doing fine. The upgrades are being made. People are making their means. Buildings are being upgraded. This is probably tier 5. Large house. No, sorry, this is large house. So they still need a little bit more to be pushed into 85. Oh, they're missing 1. They're missing 1. Well, I think we can upgrade this theater. Yeah, we even have the bricks for it. We have the gold, we have the bricks, and we have the planks. So fuck it, let's do it. Let's upgrade the theater. Why not? Let's do it. And I did it just a second. I removed the workers here. Let's get them back. Let's do this. While I still remember this, and just because I don't want to have to leave this decision for the next stream, how many defenders do we have? We have 3, and it's 18. No, it's 16 soldiers per thing. I cannot do 20, but I will do 18. This much we can afford. Let's do 18, 18, and we'll do another 18. Because next time, what we will do is we will push for this upgrade, and this will boost the amount of housing quite a bit. So we will be able to put, you know, to accept in more refugees coming in town or something. And probably next stream, we'll also try to push this wall into a Stone Age wall. I'll probably finish this, get some more soldiers, and, you know, just expand some more. That's about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully it was fun. I'll see you around. Good luck. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.